Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're at Shenington for round 2 of the Club100 Junior Super Lightweight South Championship, and after an absolutely atrocious qualifying I find myself in the C final starting 6th, worst performance of the year, but let's see what we can do from here. So now lining up for the grid, we're on the right hand side, which is the outside for the first corner, so it might disadvantage us, but our right side gets an absolutely brilliant start and we're up into 3rd place instantly, down to 4th momentarily, but then we're back up because we have the inside for the right hander. Now it's just about keeping this position, maybe going up to 2nd so we can get into the pre-B, but here we just completely understeer into this guy on the right, and now we're already behind the people in ahead, and now we're just going to have to fend off. Got three wide into that hairpin. I'm getting a bit of contact there, shoved a bit wide, but now we're down to 4th, but I think we're going to keep this position. Now it's all about trying to catch the guy in 3rd and maybe coming back up so we can go for the promotion spots again. But anyway, now we're going to move forwards a bit, and now into this hairpin, the driver ahead is going to get a nice move, but he touches the curb on the inside, which is really bad. It just slows us down. We squeeze through into the grass and through into the position. I can see the guy in 3rd, the guy in 2nd now has a penalty. He's raised his hand up. He obviously hasn't got something good. Now they're up into 3rd. We're going to brake here. We're doing an absolute awful corner. We've pretty much missed our braking point, and we're going to go side by side into the hairpin. And so the driver here is going a bit looking a bit weak. He's looking around everywhere, but we drop down back to 4th now. So let's just see. We're down to 4th again. I don't know what the gap is behind. I haven't checked yet, but let's just see what we can do. Driver ahead goes through on the guy with the black suit, and then we're going to try and follow him through. We do that quite well, but because the next corner is a left-hander and it's quite a long left-hander as well, we kind of can see the position, except he lifts on the straight and for some reason we keep it. I don't know what that was, but I'll take it there. And now we're just going to look behind a little bit. We see that everyone's batting behind. I've got no gap, and now as we go down into the Bruno chicane, I absolutely cock it up, going really wide, and this is just going to kill all my speed. I smack this guy again. He gets really angry about it, and another 2 people go through. Not a good start. And now as we go into the hairpin at the back, we try and get a wide line, maybe get a switchback. This guy just absolutely bombs someone, and the person with the red helmet, Charles Leclerc helmet, just goes through, pretty much overtaking 3 people in one corner. Great overtake. And now we're up into 5th. So we lost a few positions. We lost 2, but technically we managed to gain back. We didn't actually lose that much as I should have. Now just to try and chase down the guy with the red suit, and maybe we can go up to the podium places. We can see 2nd place, they're right there. We have a chance of getting them so we can get promoted. Now it's just about getting our head down, and here I can see the guy ahead. They don't have the best car, so I have to bump draft them down the straight, and I'm still thinking about if I'm going to actually help them, but now someone sends it up our inside, the guy who started 2nd earlier, and I'm just telling him to think about it because that was a really stupid move. It's just not going to help anyone, and I've just lost quite a bit of time to the people ahead, and it hasn't really changed anything. So we're just not going to try and lose time. We're just trying to catch back up. But now that I know that the person ahead has not the best car, we can catch up quite quickly and hopefully get a move done so we don't lose too much time. Now the person with the blue suit just had quite a bad moment into the hairpin, and we're just going to bump draft the person ahead down the straight and try and close it in, because from that we can get into around 3rd position, maybe even up to 2nd, and it's all about just teamwork, so not fighting your own game and trying to work together, because otherwise you just lose too much time. And now we get some slipstream into here, and we're going to look for a move there. We're going to back off. We don't want to load someone into the corner, but backing off we miss our braking point again, and this guy just goes past, and that was an alright move, so not bad. Here he just goes left, right, and then he pushes me onto the grass. Interesting. But through here we get a better run. We're gonna go bump draft him. We got the slipstream. We know the person with the red helmet doesn't have the best car, so we can get past them if we work together. I absolutely load him into the corner, which actually helps him. He actually gets past quite smoothly, no contact there. The person with the red helmet actually let them through quite well. Nice clean racing. But we don't actually manage to get through, which is quite unfortunate. But anyway, we're going to try and close in now. We need to get ahead of them because that will really help, because you don't really want to get stuck considering the people ahead are battling. Now into this corner, we're going to get almost overtaken from behind by Leo Edger, and he doesn't really get the move done. It wasn't really a gap there, so not the cleanest of moves, and we have lost a bit of time ahead. So let's see if we can close in again, and if we can again push up, try and get a high position. So we're into P6, and as we go down here, they got quite a big gap ahead, so we just really want to close that in. But as we break into here, we're closing up quite a bit, not getting the best run, but getting a good exit out of the corner. Now you see how fast we closed in just from them fighting, and just like again, we're just going to bump draft the person with the red helmet through again. Now we're going to go down here, give them a bit of bump draft, and I'm realising that I shouldn't really stick behind them because of their cart, and I might be looking to get an overtake in the next lap or so, because I can see that we're losing time to the people ahead. And although we're gaining time in the corners on the straights, you can see that I'm gaining quite a lot with the slipstream, and they're just really not pulling away. So now into this corner, I'm going to try and get a good exit out of it, because that really helps your line into the hairpin. And let's see if we can make a move. So now we got the slipstream. You can see how much we're gaining. Cheeky bump, and now we're trying to take the inside line. They don't know I'm there, so we're trying to send one up the inside, late breaker, and even doing that, we've closed in on the people ahead. So from that, we can see that there's 4th and 3rd are up in front of us, with the person who keeps diving on people in 4th and 3rd. But now they're going to go side by side. There's a move there, and as we go to here, we get a small tap from behind, and they just lift their hand as they go into the barrier. So let's just take a quick replay of that and see what happens. So they lift their hand up before they touch the barrier, and then they touch the barrier. So that's not my fault. I didn't get a penalty for it. They kind of drove themselves into it. But now Leo Edge is coming back at me, so he's up into 5th, and he's gotten past from behind the person with the red helmet, and I was trying to fight us, but they didn't really get past there, and we pull away on the exit like expected. But now, go into here, it's gonna be the final lap, and yeah, not much happened after that. So P6, that means we're starting in 3rd. No, P6, yeah, no, P5 because there were penalties. So we're starting 3rd in the final. So let's try and see if we can get promoted here. Now, so we're going to go around again. That's not going to be the starting lap, but this time we are going to start. So starting P3, but we have got the inside line, so that can help quite a bit. So now we go instantly up to 2nd place. We get a really good run on the left hand side. My luck with the starts has been quite good this time around, and now we're going to get a bit of a tap from behind, but nothing's going to happen from that. And now it's all about just pulling away, us the top 3, just working together, pulling away, and from that not much happened really. So we got a bit defending in the start of the lap, but because we're so far up, we don't really have the chaos of the mid pack. So now we're just telling the driver behind to go forwards, work together. We really want to pull away so we don't have half the entire pack fighting for 1st place. So yeah, other than that, we just keep staying together, not really doing much. Until here, I just get quite a good run. They get quite a bad run through here, and I'm closing up. And now I'm realising that I could make a move somewhere to go for the lead. So now, as we go down the front straight, no, not down the front straight, down the last helmet, about to go down the front straight. We're going to look behind. We've got quite a big gap, around 10 seconds, so there's no way they're going to catch up. I'm going to go for a move down the front straight, and now into the corner we go, and I'm past before the apex, so it's all good. And now let's just try and keep the lead. We get a trophy, even though it's a C final, it's all fine. But let's see what happens now. So we're going to go out down here, and we look behind. Leo Edge is right there. You can't really see him now, but he just flicks it in much earlier than us. We're not looking to defend. We don't want to lose time, so we just keep 2nd. If we were going to fight that, there was a chance we go down to 3rd, so I think it was a smarter choice not to. So now, around the final corner, we're going to look for a move. I don't think we're going to get it. And now is it going to be the final lap? Yeah, it is going to be the final lap. So now this person behind is going to look for a move. They're not going to get it. Not going to do the same thing. I did close it off that time. They're going to try and get an exit into the corner, but because I've got the left-hander, that we've got the corner, and in the end we managed to finish a P2. Leo pulled away quite a bit, and yeah, we're going to get promoted, we're going to get a trophy, it's all good. So now let's see what happens in the B final, and we got nothing to lose, so we can just get as good as possible. Now coming out the pits, let's see what we can do. Starting P26, which is pretty much dead last. Well, it is dead last, so there's nothing to lose. We're going to start the race, okay? Now, instantly up to P25, not getting the best start on the line, but it's all fine. Into the first corner, everyone's going wide. We got tons of chaos there. I'm up to P21, P20, and now we've gained 6 positions in the first corner, which is really good. So into the hairpin, anything can happen here. Always hold the inside line for this start. Everyone pulls away to the outside. Nothing's gonna happen. Someone locks up and kind of helps me get through. And now I'm up into P16, but slightly drops back into P17 as this guy goes through. So now into this corner, we're gonna try and get a nice exit, go past this guy. Tons of chaos there. He managed to get a much better line than me, and we get overtaken from behind, but we did overtake someone, so we didn't really lose or gain anything. Now we're going to go around the outside into here, not going to work, but into here we're going to have to let them through so we don't lose any more. But there's chaos through here going, is that 4 wide through that chicane? It's not going to work. Someone's over the grass, pretty much cut the corner, and we're up to P15. And now we've got the inside line for this corner. Let's see if we can get someone on the inside. So we're going to get past, but no, we're going to try and go around the outside. But doing that, we're going to lose the position and almost lose 2, so that's fun. We're going to go into the hairpin now, so just behind this guy with the orange suit, and trying to brake as late as possible. I know there's someone on my inside, but we managed to cover them off, and it's all good now. So it's just about getting our head down now that this chaos has kind of ended after lap 2. The driver ahead gets quite a bad line into the hairpin, and we're going to get through, and down the front straight we go. We're up into P14, which is way better than we started, almost 10 positions gained. Actually, no, more than 10 positions gained, 12 positions. So now as you get into this corner, we're going to turn in. They got quite a big gap ahead of us. Let's try and close it in. And if they batter, we're going to close it in even quicker. As like what happens here, they're going to go too wide. I'm just going to absolutely barge this guy forwards, trying to get him past the blue guy. If I didn't try and go that, if I tried to do it by myself, I probably wouldn't have got there in time. So now we've done that, we're up into P12. We kind of load him off. I did get a contact warning for that, but it's all fine. We're up into P12. So what can we get from here? There's a big gap ahead of us. So from this guy with the orange helmet to the person above next is quite big, so we can close that down, or we can just fight here our own little battle with not long left of the race. So we're going to try and get a good run into this corner, go into the outside, and this is where things starting to go downhill. So you might think this is not bad, we got a switchback, we're up into P11, but here's the thing, he keeps the outside, which then turns the inside into the Bruno chicane, which, as you know, I kind of have to try and go for a switchback. I'm not going to, the thing is, I tap him once, I tap him twice, and that kills all my momentum when I was trying to get the switchback. I don't cover off the insider because they got slipstream, the gap just disappears, and that's really bad. 3 people go through into this corner, and quite a few more just ended up my inside. So now as we go down here, we're going to go past a few people, but we still lost 2 positions, or no, 3 positions, that's even worse. And now as we lose 4 positions into there, 5 now, so down to P17, so not much better than where we were. We were up to P12, P11, so we lost 6 positions in that one lap. Not good, but let's see if we can get them all back. We're going to get quite a good run out of this corner, maybe sending one up the inside. Oh god. Let's look, we're going to get, someone's going to try and set it up our inside as we try to overtake someone else, so we're up to P16. And now let's just try and see if we can close it in now. Into here, not much happens, but there's a bit of chaos ahead. We don't capitalise on anything. But now here we got the slipstream. We're going to take to the outside. They're holding the inside line. Everyone ahead is. They're going to force us off the track just a little bit, but it's all fine. And now as we go into here, we're going to try and get a good exit out into the hairpin, which we managed to do here. And we're not going to manage to get overtake this time around, but we're going to get a good exit out the corner. They're still going to try and almost push us off, and into the Bruno chicane. We're going to hold the inside line, and that's obviously going to be an overtake. But we do lose a bit of time, as you can see now ahead. They've all kind of pulled away, so we need to close that down. But we're up to P15, so not that far off from where we were earlier. Right, now into this hairpin. This guy just sends it back up our inside. Quite a silly move because it just loses me time. Although he did get past with a bit of contacts, but it's all fine. We're just going to try and get back past him. So now into this corner, we're going to go try and get around the outside. That's not going to work. Try and get a switchback and get a better exit into the hairpin, which just isn't going to work. So we're just going to try and keep the slipstream and maybe overtake somewhere else. But anyway, as we go into here, we're going to go look for a move. He's going to go to the inside. We're going to go to the outside. And now we're just going to get past him. And yeah, that's all good. Now, as we cut ahead, we went up to P13, which I think I got the timings wrong. But into here we look. Around the final corner, there's 2 people spun off and into the grass. And we managed to get up to P11. And that's where we finished the race. So overall, not the best race day. Probably my worst ever. but it was quite enjoyable with lots of chaos and lots of action, and not that bad. We're down to P26 in the championship now, so not where we want to be, but we can climb it back up in the later rounds. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.